I want to do a quick video about domestic violence and how important it is. Here's some articles in the paper about court orders of domestic violence cases. You might want to keep yourself abreast on those in your counties and your districts and your cities. You want to be aware of the services that are provided in your communities. For instance, in Fife, these are the services provided. In Puyallup, services provided. And this is in Tacoma. In unincorporated Pierce County, University Place, Sumner, Steilacoom, and South Prairie, Ruston, Roy, Puyallup, Faircrest, Gig Harbor, Lakewood, Milton, Ording, DuPont, and Buckley. So these are the places that you can contact for services that are provided for domestic violence. Here's some resources here. There are books that may help you and your children cope with tragedy. Let's see, one of them here is Unsmiling Faces. So these are some titles you might want to look up and get these books from your nearest library or your bookstore. And also we have there's some other places to call for help. Statewide Domestic Violence Hotline. And we've got Family Renewal Center. Some of these numbers might be outdated. So you might want to call 411, 211. Maybe they'll give you, I think 411 gives you information. 211 they also do. So they should be able to have their updated numbers. Here's Pierce County's clerk office. And over here we have where to call. We have some other resources available. Crisis line, mental health centers, Red Cross, here's a website you might want to look up, the National Association of School Psychologists. Excuse me. And then helping children cope. Here's a list of tips that help children cope with tragedy. Let your children lead you, and they'll ask questions as they need and want information. Listen, tell the truth. Remember that it's okay to admit you don't have all the answers. Look up the clues. Don't assign adults values. Monitor their watching. So this is information for you to help children cope. And we got over here, information about if you're afraid to call, and path to safety. If you think someone's abusive, if you think someone you know is being abused, what can you do in the case of domestic violence? Gives you some checklists to look up. Here, I hope you can read this. And here's, if you know someone's being abused, it tells you what to do. And here, if you think someone you know is being abused, and it gives you some checklists here. Different kinds of advocacy and domestic violence. This section over here talks about coordinated responses needed. Then we got out here some information about clearinghouses, number to call, emergency housing. We got family renewal center, shelter, and let's see what else here. Support groups, and we got child and family guidance center, and Good Samaritan behavioral health, cultural services, all, you know, just everything. Career Women's Association can help you. So we got a lot of information. I'm hoping that it can help. And if you see anything on here, jot down the number. Here's a Proud African American Youth Society, the Puyallup Tribe of Indians, Northwest Women's Law Center. And we got a lot of information here. Hopefully, we got the Northwest Para Service. It's offers support. We got Alliance Against Domestic Violence. We've got Northwest Law Center, Men's Working Against Abuse. We got a statewide, so, you know, it's all here. And, I guess they're asking, you know, this is old, so I don't know if this information is still current, like I said earlier, but, domestic violence programs are being cut all over the nation. They're the first ones to eliminate these programs for women. It's becoming more difficult to file domestic violence charges due to the fact that when you are assaulted and you try to protect yourself and defend yourself, you also end up going to jail. So those laws need to be looked at. Because men lie and they say, she hit me too, and then you both end up in jail. And I recall having interviewed a few women that had that happen to them, and so we really need to be more active in domestic violence information. I mean, as far as relocation, I mean, do they even have housing for these people where they can provide, safe relocation and, mortgage-free or rent-free places to just, start their lives over? Because a lot of these people just have to grab the clothes on their back and just run out the door and not have anything. And so I've seen them when I worked at DSHS. I've seen them working in foster care when I did my therapist internship. I've also known a few people that have experienced it. I have myself. So I'm a real advocate for domestic violence information and resources and bills, laws that help the victim, and keeping these programs, funded for, providing vehicles and jobs, and not no discrimination. I've heard of people discriminating against domestic violence victims and hiring. I've heard of it as far as getting places to live, and so I'm going to be doing a lot of series on domestic violence and bringing more attention to it, because I don't see the media really focusing on it as they should. So this is information you need, reporting, all one word with a U.